Hello, loves, and welcome to Red Hairs and Daffodils Kitchen Edition. It is 11 p.m. at night, and what a better time than to make some delicious, extraordinary cranberry orange scones. I'm super excited. Let's get started. We've got our oven preheated to 425 degrees, and our baking sheet is lined with a parchment paper. In a large bowl, we're going to end up moving this to our KitchenAid stand mixer, but we're going to start it in a glass or in a large bowl, glass bowl, because we've got to cut in our butter. And I think with the shape of the KitchenAid bowl, it's going to be a little harder to use the pastry cutter in. So I'm opting, it doesn't say to, but I'm opting to start with the bowl. I hope that makes sense. I hope it works. So let's get started. Okay, we are going to put together our 2 cups of AP flour, baking powder, sugar, and salt. We're going to whisk all of that together. So there's our baking powder, there's our sugar, and our kosher salt. There we go. And let me grab a whisk real fast. I had everything prepared but that. Okay, we are going to cut 4 tablespoons of butter into our mixture with our pastry cutter. And you can always use a fork too if you don't have a pastry cutter, until it looks like coarse sand. So we can do that. I used to use pastry cutters all the time when I was baking back in undergrad. And then I stopped using pastry cutters. And I just remembered why. They're a pain in the butt. But that's just me. I know a lot of people like using them, and oops.
I was just getting ready to
every single time. I am always throwing flour everywhere. Flour, butter. If you know, you know.
I was just getting ready to ask, since you were hand doing the butter and flour, if you were going to actually not make a mess today.
Yeah, I
spoke.
You can shush now.
Oh, okay,
I'm always making a mess in the kitchen. Okay, we're not going to be looking like coarse sand, but the butter is. I'm gonna use the word minced up in our flour sugar mixture here. So I'm going to go ahead and just call that okay. I don't think with the pastry cutter that I can get these butter pieces much smaller. So I think we're okay, loves. All right, we're going to add in our orange zest and our cranberries now. Okay, our orange zest, we need 1 tablespoon of grated orange zest. And remember, if you're using your grater on this, remember to only get the orange, the top layer. You don't get the white pith. It tastes really nasty and bitter. All you need to do is just use some very, very light pressure. And you can see where I've skated it across the top and not gone in. It's still not showing that white pith. So that's a good thing. I'm not going to really measure this. I'm just going to go with my heart, because I think like 1 orange is either like a tablespoon or 2. So I think we'll be okay. I'm not trying to dig in with it or anything. I'm just going to take off my glasses. They keep sliding down my nose. And I know there are some people out there that just keep the grater still and then move the fruit, and others keep the fruit still and move the grater. So I don't because I'm right-handed, I always feel like I have more control if I just move the grater. I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried it the other way. Which way do you guys prefer it? Okay, well, my last pass of the orange here. And that looks like a good fat tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. So that's not too shabby. Set that aside so we can use that later when there is an optional glaze to put on this. I'm not going to put the glaze on yet tonight. Might do it tomorrow morning, but don't know if my brother likes like a super sweet glaze, because this has got powdered sugar, orange zest, and orange juice in the glaze. So I want to check with him before I make it. So I will leave the recipe for the glaze in the description box below. So if you guys want to make it, please do. Alrighty, so we've got our orange zest and cranberries. This calls for a whopping half cup of dried cranberries chopped up. There's a little bit more than a half cup of cranberries in here because I love cranberries. And I've been eating them. So I had to replenish what I ate, and I didn't measure. It's one of those things. Alrighty, we are going to just give this a good mix. Just gonna grab a spoon. I'm just gonna mix all this together here. And from what I've been told, what people have kind of whispered in my ear, what I've read about in other recipes and from other makers and bakers on, Top Chef and everyone else on YouTube that I watch and just things like that, they always say if your fruit is covered in flour, it won't sink in whatever you bake it in. I don't know if that's true or not. It sounds like a really good concept. And if that is true, huzzah, I like it. So we're going to go with it. All right. So there's that. Okay. We are going to make a well in the center of our dry mixture, and we're going to add 3/4 cup of heavy cream and mix the dough together. This is where I'm going to transfer it on over to our KitchenAid stand mixer. And not spill it. See, I can do it. Okay. Make a well. It's kind of well-ish. Alrighty, we need 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Mix dough together. Add an additional 1 to 2 tablespoons of cream if the dough seems too dry after we mix it. Starting on slow, because y'all know me. That's a pretty chunky mixture. I think I'm going to make an authoritative decision and go ahead and add an extra tablespoon or 2, since it's popping out of the bowl now. All right, I've got 2 tablespoons of heavy cream in here. I've got 4 tablespoons of heavy cream in here. We're going to add half because we're going to set aside half for when we go and to put these scones in the oven. We're gonna kind of baste them a little bit with some heavy cream as a top before it bakes. All right, let's see how this goes. I just don't want everything coming up or out. There we go. That's a little bit more coming together, a little bit easier now. All right, everything is wrapped around my paddle. And everything is now together. You will see that as I pull that up. That is a mass. Okay. This is a thick, thick batter with a lot of cranberries in it. I'm so excited. Okay, maybe I added too many cranberries. Whoops. I tried. I guess I was a little too gluttonous with my cranberries, but that's okay. All right. It came together into a nice mixture, so that's wonderful, wonderful to see. All righty. Transfer the dough to a lightly floured surface and knead for 1 minute. We're going to form the dough into a flat, round disc like a frisbee that's about 1 inch thick. And we're going to use a knife or a pizza cutter, and we're going to cut this baby into 8 triangular, like pie slices. So let me get some flour here. Dust my surface since it already has flour on it. Who am I kidding? It always has flour on it. Really, who am I kidding? All righty. Empty bowl. So we are good. Oh, this looks and smells so good. Oh my gosh. This would be a good, just for the way it looks with all the red in it, this would be a good scone to make for Christmas with the dash of red in it. Very festive looking. You can see the orange zest in it too, and I haven't perfected my kneading yet. I think when we get into like pastas and bread doughs and more into bread doughs, but like pizza dough and stuff, I'm gonna learn real quick on the fly for that one. Alrighty, let's start to work this into a disc that is 1 inch thick. Just want this to stick to the table, you guys. Kind of looking like a wonky circle right now, but I think that's about an inch. I think that's about a circle too. Let me wash my hands super quick. Okay, use a knife or a pizza cutter to cut into 8 equal wedges. So we've got 2, 4, 6, then 8. Make sure everything's nice and even. All I can smell is that orange zest and the cranberries. It smells so good, you guys. This recipe is unbelievably simple. Oh my gosh, I've never made homemade scones before. I don't know why. I always buy them, but I don't make them. Okay. There's a little extra flour on the bottom of it, and that's okay. Even with having a sharp knife, my knife still didn't go all the way down to the bottom. Silly, silly, silly. I've seen some bakers bake it still in the disc form, and they just break them apart when they're done baking. And I'm going to leave a little bit of room between my scones just to leave air and let everything bake up accordingly as best as it can. I mean, look at the cranberries, you guys. I am so excited. I hope these are as good as they appear to be right now. Tuck that one cranberry back in so it doesn't get burned. Alrighty, loves. We are going to throw these in our 425-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. And I'll see you guys back here in just a sec. All right, you guys, I accidentally flubbed up a little bit. I forgot to brush my scones with the last tablespoon or two of heavy cream. Do not forget to do that. I don't know how it's going to brown the top of them, but I know a lot of people do like egg washes and stuff, and we are not going to forget this step, even though I forgot this step. These really do look festive.
Be good for Thanksgiving as well. It's your cranberry dish.
It would. That's a really good idea, Lenny. It would be a good idea for a cranberry accent to Thanksgiving. All righty, loves. Round two. Let's try this again. All righty. All righty, loves. We just pulled the scones out of the oven. These turned out absolutely beautiful. The cranberry smell is so strong. You can still pick up the hint of that orange in there. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try these out first thing tomorrow morning. I am super excited. Like I said earlier, I'm going to go ahead and leave the glaze instructions and recipe down below in the description box. I don't know if we're going to glaze them or not. We might do that tomorrow morning. Don't know. I like plain scones because it just focuses on the flavor of the scone itself. So yeah, we'll go from there. So as always, like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. We have planned out July, August, September's schedules. We have started working on October schedules. We're going to do a crock pot, slow cooker, food gauntlet in October, and I'm super excited to share that with you guys. But we have got some great recipes coming up, so I want you guys to never miss a video. But if you don't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, that would really help me out in everything. So I hope you guys get a chance to make this recipe. If they taste half as good as what they look and smell, this is a winner, folks. So alrighty, hugs and loves, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Psst, it's me. I'm back. I'm in the middle of cooking and baking right now, and I thought that there's not a better time. Let's glaze up these scones. I don't know if my brother's going to like the glaze, but I don't care at this point. Bubba, I love you, but you're going to have glazed scones, so All right, you let these cool overnight, put them in baggies in the whole 9 yards. Let me get out a knew I bought these for a reason. I love these little quarter sheet pans. Got these at my local Home Goods, not sponsored, nothing like that. They are fantastic. Oh my gosh, they are absolutely fantastic. I love them. Right, I'm going to go ahead and get my scones out, washed hands. And this glaze recipe, super simple, loves. Just is a cup of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of grated orange zest, and a tablespoon of orange juice. Easy peasy orange squeezy. Alrighty, got my little kitty cat yoga bowl here. My ramen bowl. Got my powdered sugar. Let's see, need to go ahead and This is the orange I used yesterday that I zested. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it open. Ooh, hit a couple seeds on that one. Let's see. Just need a tablespoon of orange juice. What's the best way to do this? Okay, got my salt out from that. Just going to see if I can squeeze this by hand. Yes, I can. Okay, that should be adequate. Okay, that was a little bit more than a tablespoon, but we'll go with it. Perfectly sweet. Oh my gosh, so yummy. Do you guys pick up as you cook and bake and stuff? I always do that. I don't know why. I think I picked that up. I know Lynn doesn't. Alrighty, and a teaspoon of grated zest. I don't know whether to add the zest in or just let it be the, let me just mix up the powdered sugar and orange juice. I kind of like a clearer glaze. That's just personal preference on my part. Well, I don't think a whisk was the best idea for this. Hold on a minute. I think having the oranges cold in the refrigerator did me a little injustice right now. And I don't want to use the microwave to warm this up because that's just going to melt my powdered sugar, I fear. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. I wonder if I just put this in for like 5 seconds. I really need this warmed up. Fingers crossed. If not, I will do this all over again. Okay, that's a little bit better. And with me adding in a little bit extra orange juice, I can always add in another tablespoon or so of powdered sugar if I need it. So one thing that's glazes and icings and stuff, they're very forgiving. You guys know that. Okay, this is perfect now. We've got a beautiful fluid, but still a little thick, which is good. Icing glaze on this. It's not clumpy. Okay, it's got a few clumps, but I'm trying to get those out. Okay, I think we're good. I was going to say it smells faintly of oranges. Always smells powdered sugar, to be honest. I'm good just icing them all. Lynn asked if we wanted to leave one or two of these not iced. It's always an option. I'm not going to do it though. The icing sometimes is the best part. But I've got a lot of hope for these scones.
They look good.
They look delicious. They smell divine. And using a regular spoon, this is just enough icing. Huzzah, huzzah. I'm going to go back to the first one I did because that I did an injustice to it. Did not have a lot of icing. It's thick enough. I'm hoping that it doesn't. It's spreading very slightly. And I'm hoping it doesn't run too much. I don't mind it running a little bit, but I want it to remain predominantly on the scone. Alrighty, loves. I believe our work here is accomplished. We're going to let these sit And since we didn't eat these for breakfast this morning, I'm going to go ahead and send these home with my brother. Not all of them. We're going to keep a few of them. But yeah, I think these look beautiful. There we go. Alrighty, loves. I know I said it once, but I'm going to say it again. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hugs and loves, and see you guys on the next video.